Good day, everyone. I am Mary Ann Aspinka, and today I'm going to discuss a Roman poem written by Virgil entitled The Aeneid. So today, before we discuss further, let's read the objective first. Learning objective. Explain the major event of the epic include the fall of Troy's, Aeneas' travel, Dido's strategy, and war in Italy, in the apprehensions of Rome. Second, value the lesson from the epic that highlight loyalty, perseverance, and responsibility in fulfilling one's destiny. And lastly, retail the Aeneid confidently in one own word. Introduction. An Aeneid is an epic poem written by the Roman poet Virgil around 29 to 19 BCE. It tells the legendary story of Aeneas, a Trojan hero who traveled from the ruins of Troy to Italy. His journey eventually led to the founding of what will become the Roman Empire. The story combines myth, history, and Roman ideals of duty, honor, and destiny. So now I'm going to discuss the characters of the story. Aeneid is the main hero of the story, a Trojan prince and the son of Anchises and the goddess Venus. He is destined to found a Roman race. Anchises, Aeneas' father, wise and respected. He dies during the journey but continues to guide Aeneas spiritually. Ascanius, also called Lulus, Aeneas' young son. He represents the future of Rome and he will become the ancestor of Julius Caesar. Dido, a queen of Carthage, falls in love with Aeneas but he is heartbroken. When she leaves, he curses him and dies tragically. Turnus, leader of the Rutulians and Aeneas' rival in Italy, he wants to marry Lavinia and fight Aeneas in the brutal war. Lavinia, princess of Latinium, daughter of the king Latinus, she is fated to marry Aeneas, sparking the conflicts with Turnus. Venus, a Aphrodite, goddess of love, and Aeneas' divine mother, he helped Aeneas throughout his journey. Juno, what we call Hera, queen of God and Aeneas' enemy, he is supposed to Torhan become of prophecy and the first Rhodes. King Latinus, king of Latin, father of Lavinia, he offers Aeneas peace and alliance through marriage to his daughter. Pallas, young and dread ally of Aeneas, son of King Evander, killed by Turnus which flows Aeneas' fury.
Before the Rome became the greatest Roman Empire, a hero's journey across seas, wars, and heartbreak shapes its destiny. This is the story of Aeneas. Now let's explore the wonderful story of the Aeneid. This is Raymilin Barbarona, and I will be sharing you all the story and journey of Aeneas. After the great city of Troy was destroyed, a brave Trojan warrior named Aeneas managed to escape. He didn't go alone. He carried his old father, named Anchises, on his back and brought along his young son, named Ascanius. Together with a group of fellow survivors, they set sail across the Mediterranean Sea, guided by signs from the gods and ancient prophecies. During their travels, the goddess Venus, which is Aeneas' mother, often protected and guided him, while the goddess Juno, who hated the Trojans, tried to create storms and troubles to stop them from reaching Italy. They eventually stopped in Carthage, a rich and powerful city in North Africa, ruled by Queen Dido. Venus made Dido fall in love with Aeneas to keep him safe, But Juno encouraged the love so that Aeneas would stay in Carthage and never reach Italy. For a time, Aeneas and Dido were deeply in love. However, the gods reminded Aeneas that his greater mission was to found a new homeland in Italy. Heartbroken but determined, Aeneas left Carthage. Dido was very devastated by his departure, and because of that, the queen took her own life. After leaving Carthage, Aeneas and his people landed in Sicily, where Anchises had died earlier. To honor his father's memory, Aeneas held funeral games, races, contests, and athletic events. Later, Aeneas traveled to the underworld. There, he was reunited with the spirit of Anchises, who showed him the future, the rise of the Roman Empire, and the great leaders like Julius Caesar and Augustus. At last, Aeneas reached Italy, ruled by King Latinus. Latinus welcomed him and even offered his daughter Lavinia as a bride, seeing that it was a part of fate. However, Lavinia was already desired by Turnus, a local prince and skilled warrior. Turnus became Aeneas' greatest enemy, and Juno fueled his anger to wage war against the Trojans. During the war, Aeneas befriended a young warrior named Peleus, the son of King Evander. Peleus fought bravely but was tragically killed by Turnus. This loss deeply angered Aeneas and drove him to seek revenge. The war ended in a final duel between Aeneas and Turnus. At first, Aeneas thought of sparing him, but when he saw Turnus wearing Pallas' belt, a trophy taken from the boy, Aeneas decided to kill him. With Turnus defeated, Aeneas secured the future of his people, and the foundations were laid for what would one day become Rome.